Hey everyone, it's Scott with the Scottman. We're here to do a driving video today. We're going to be heading north on Merriman Road / Orchard Lake Road today. This is a video I've been wanting to film for quite a while now because there's been one stretch which has been completely shut down for at least a couple years, which is finally reopened. So that's been preventing me from filming this video until, well, now. So we're starting off where Merriman Road begins over by the airport. There's technically a small stretch of Merriman Road that's south of the airport that I'm not going to film because it's just a country road, it's all dirt, and at this time of the year it's going to be very muddy, so it'd be a very bad idea to film that. So I'm going pretty much driving on the main stretch from where it comes out of the airport and then head all the way up to Pontiac. It's like over here, over by the airport in I-94, which is where we started the video. Yeah, we got all the different hotels that are generally for everybody who is flying in and out of the airport, and will use these hotels, especially if they're having to stay overnight. But Merriman Road is the main road going through Wayne County, and then when you get to Oakland County, it becomes Orchard Lake Road, which I'll mention that again when we get up to that point. So yeah, right now we are in the city of Romulus. We're in the northern part of it now, which of course that's where the airport is located as well. Clean my windshield, it's awfully filthy. Alright, that's a lot better. But yeah, this is my first driving video I'm filming back in Michigan since I've been back from my road trip down in the Houston, Texas area. And yeah, it is a chilly one out today. Although it's not a ton of snow on the ground over here. There's pockets of it, but you can see a lot of grass over here. Because we had a pretty big warm-up past couple days, but we just had an Arctic cold front come through. Car thermometer is reading 22 degrees Fahrenheit. Convert that to Celsius, it's around like minus like 6, which is not that unseasonal or seasonable here. Like, this is pretty normal, but it's gonna get much colder than this tomorrow. Let's just say so cold that like unless you have to go out for any reason, you don't even want to even leave the house. Because we're talking about, let's just say, temperatures where you can get frostbite in like 30 minutes. And in fact, like this Arctic cold front's even going as far south as Florida, to where I think there's even areas in the, or about that in a second. Just cross over Van Born Road. We're now in Westland. Well, anyways, let's just say I think there's a possibility that Pensacola, Florida could be getting measurable snow like next couple days or so. And then where I was just was in Houston, they could be getting over 4 inches of snow potentially, and then also a hard freeze. It's like, it's basically gonna be plaguing the entire country. And let's just say there could be a very good chance that every U.S. state could have, and some place could have, more than an inch of snow on the ground. And yes, that's including Hawaii, because keep in mind, Hawaii does have those very tall volcanoes like Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa, which they can get snow, of course, at the top. And yeah, this GoPro is not hanging on very well, because I'm running out of mounts to use already. In fact, the one I was trying to put on today was not even sticking at all, yet I used it when I was in, or on the drive back up, it was just fine. So I don't know how it went from being okay to use all of a sudden to where it's like it's not sticking at all anymore. I'm gonna hold on to this because, yeah, I don't know how bumpy the railroad crossing is going to be. Yep, it looks a little bumpy. Oh yeah, it was even holding onto it alone was not helping. it's cool that we were able to cross over Michigan Avenue without having to really stop, so that was really nice. That's not something that happens very often. Like, I remember when I was doing the driving tour of Inkster. Well, Inkster and Wayne, where things got a little rough, to where I had to stop at a lot of traffic lights. Yeah, this is not sticking very well at all. I almost may have to... Well, we'll see. The road, there's going to be parts where the road's going to get a lot more smooth. Right now, this is very rough. So yeah, right now we're stopping at Palmer Road here. So anyway, we will go ahead and we'll continue here. So yeah, we're in Westland right now, and I was talking about just my GoPro, or about my GoPro just a little bit ago. Yeah, I'm definitely getting to the point where I'm probably going to have to get something new, because I've had this GoPro for a good... It's 2025 now. I've had this for 8 years. And it's not really been filming as well. Like, the picture's still amazing. Like it's still is really good. That's holding up very well. But, of course, I'm down to 1 battery left. And if this battery goes, I can't film any driving videos anymore until I get a new camera, or a new pocket camera. Not pocket camera, GoPro. It's like I got so many cameras these days, to where it's like it's hard to keep track of them all. And here is Cherry Hill Road, and we'll have to stop here once again. And we are now entering Garden City. Garden City, I would say, kind of carves itself into Westland quite a bit. And in fact, I found another mount I can use, so I'm going to go ahead and do a little quick pause. And I will... Actually, this is a good time anyway, because the light's about to turn red. So I'm going to change this off camera. So I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, this is a lot better. This one is sticking a lot better. So now we can go ahead and continue. Yeah, thankfully I was able to find an easy opportunity to swap out the mount. But yeah, anyway, I guess I'll get back to my topic, but I have to stop this light for Ford Road first. So anyway, we'll keep going. So anyway, so basically, yeah, I definitely want to get another camera like this GoPro. However, I kind of have a big dilemma right now. Like, I'm not sure whether to get the newest GoPro or to get the DJI, like, it's called the Osmo Action 5 camera or something. The reason why I'm considering that is just because I have the Osmo Pocket 3 camera by DJI, and I use that for a lot of my different YouTube videos along with my Canon camera that I use for like B-roll and things like that, and I'm really enjoying that. And it's like DJI does make really good products, and I heard for their action camera, it can even film stuff at night or something, or I might be able to do some like nighttime driving videos too. Although I probably need a little bit of light. I can't do like in the country or something where there's hardly any light. You probably won't be able to see a whole lot, like even with the naked eye. But there's that. Plus, it gives you the ability to use like a wireless microphone with that, where even the newest GoPro does not. And of course, another thing too is that get the newest GoPro, none of my accessories would work with this, so I'd pretty much have to get all new stuff. So crossing over Warren, we're back into Westland again, and this is the stretch right here that they had closed for about a couple years. So I think they were working on either this bridge back here or the one going over the. Okay, no, I think it's this bridge that they were having to replace. It was supposed to be done, I think, over a year ago, but for some reason they got significantly delayed, like almost embarrassingly. And they just opened, I think, back in November, or either November or early December. So it's like now I'm able to finally drive through that stretch and make this video today. And yeah, it's like now I'm catching every traffic light. Yep, crossing over Ann Arbor Trail. And yeah, that's not a good sign. I think we're gonna be stopping at this next light too. If I were to go 20 over the speed limit, I'll probably catch it. Go the speed limit, which I'm doing right now, I'll still catch it. If I go 30, I'll tick off all the drivers behind me, and they'll be driving on my butt. It's like in Metro Detroit, you cannot win. Looks like I'm still making it, so this light's very generous, so that's good. So crossing over Joy Road, we are now in Livonia. So yeah, so I'm trying to basically figure out what to do, whether to get a new GoPro or get the DJI Action 5 camera, which basically it'll be able to do the same thing as the GoPro. It's kind of like the same thing as if you're trying to buy a new car, trying to decide between getting a Honda or getting a Toyota. Because they're both like really good automakers that make high quality cars, but it's hard to choose between one of the two. Just like when I got this Honda Civic several years ago, it's like I was trying to decide between Honda or Toyota. Or another scenario too, it's like buying either a Samsung phone or buying an iPhone. It's like they're so hard to choose because they're both do pretty well, and yeah, we got slowdowns in both lanes right now, although I can get over now. Yeah, this is Plymouth Road. This can get kind of busy over here. There's a lot of different businesses along Plymouth Road. There's even a big shopping area if you go another mile to the east of here. But yeah, it's kind of interesting how there, other than snow piles, or hardly any snow left on the right side, but on the left side, there's a little bit. Yeah, I'm just thankful with this cold snap we're getting for the next few days is that we're at least not getting a snowstorm right before it. Because I still remember we had a really bad snowstorm. This was like, I think 11 years ago. We ended up getting like several inches of snow at least. And then it went from being like around freezing to 0 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius, Fahrenheit. Like very fast. Like it was so bad that they couldn't even treat the roads. Like the roads were completely snow covered for days. And it's like it was really hard to drive into work back during that week. It was horrible. And just crossed over I-96, so that's pretty cool. So you're able to cross over that pretty easily today. Yep, Livonia is one of the larger of the suburbs in the Metro Detroit area. Lots of different residential neighborhoods, even homes right on Merriman here. But with driving through these different communities, it's amazing what you do drive through. And keep in mind, this is the same road that takes you straight down to the airport. Although more than 90% of traffic going to the airport does not use this road. They're using all the freeways, whether it's like I-94 or I-275 to get to the airport. Should probably have some more. I haven't had any yet in this video. This is why I'm having to clear my throat like that. Yeah, that's better. Unfortunately, what's not better is I'm having to stop at this traffic light. This is 5 Mile here. So I got some businesses over here. See a pet store, got a dollar store. Also like honey baked ham. It's like, yeah, the crazy thing is, like, yeah, it's like dollar stores are everywhere. It's like it's like you drive 1 mile and you see another dollar store. It's like, yeah, they can be definitely useful, especially you look for some products where you only have to spend like maybe $1 or $2 or something. But you don't need a dollar store at every corner. It's kind of the same thing with pharmacies. I'm not seeing as much these days because a lot of them have been closing down, but it's like, I remember there have been times where I've seen 3 pharmacies at a single intersection. It's like it's like you don't need that many pharmacies. To where it's like, yeah, I can definitely understand the appeal behind dollar stores, but again, you don't need to have 5,000 in a small area, let's just say. But yeah, it's like, again, I understand the appeal behind the dollar stores, and they're pretty good concept. Ooh, just made that light for 6 Mile. But why you need so many in just a small area, it just mind boggles me. I feel like there are more dollar stores than grocery stores within a small area. We're starting to see a little bit more snow on the ground over here. So I definitely noticed in the Metro Detroit area since New Year's, yeah, there's been a lot more snow as you've gone, or as you go more to a little bit to the west too, but more to the north. But anyway, I was saying with the weather, it's like at least least we did not get a big snowstorm right before this deep freeze. So that definitely does help keep the roads more stable and a lot more passable. So it definitely will not be like how it was 11 years ago. Okay, we have made it to 7 Mile. So yeah, now we're getting to the northern end of Livonia, which, yeah, along Merriman, for the most part, we generally just been seeing like residential areas. You got apartments to the right, and of course you got some homes on the left side. It's kind of interesting how a lot of the homes right over to the left were kind of like were looking all the same, except it's like each and every other house was like mirrored to each other, which is pretty interesting, I have to say. Okay, so that traffic light way up there, that is 8 Mile, and that is the county border between Wayne County, where we are right now, and Oakland County. And unfortunately, we're like, the only way I'd be able to make this light is if I was to go like 10 over the speed limit, which would not be good if I go that fast. So we cross over 8 Mile, and this becomes Orchard Lake Road, which will be called this road going all the way up to Pontiac. And we are now in Farmington Hills. And it looks like this is becoming a 2-lane road over here. Yeah, I'm definitely glad I changed the mount, because it's not too bad road condition wise, but there's some bumps here and there. Although, as of right now, they're pretty minor. And yeah, right now we're coming up to the M5 freeway, which the freeway ends about not even a mile to the east, and then it joins up with Grand River, and eventually meets up with 8 Mile as well too. Okay, cool. This light just turned green. This is, yeah, Folsom Road, and then Freedom Road's on the other side. They're kind of two roads which run parallel with M5. So here's where things get a little interesting. So to continue on Orchard Lake Road, you will need to make a left turn onto Grand River. Because if we were to continue straight, that turns into 9 Mile. So we're going to have to drive briefly on Orchard Lake Road. I mean, on Grand River. Which I remember back when I did film this video a long time ago. And then to continue on Orchard Lake Road, we make a right turn here. If we were to continue on Grand River going straight for another mile, we'd be entering the city limits, or the city of Farmington. Not to be confused with Farmington Hills. Alright, so now we will go ahead and we'll continue. Barely made that light. Although I'll probably catch this one though. Yep. And yeah, as you can tell over here, the road has really opened up. It's now, yeah, 5 lanes. So yeah, going back to my original topic, yeah, I gotta think about what I want to do, but I'm gonna have to get a new camera at some point so that way I can have multiple batteries again and be able to film a bunch of stuff on a single day or something. Okay, and here is 10 Mile. It's about to become a boulevard up here too, so now we got a basically now the highway's all divided here, so makes it a little bit nicer. But yeah, kind of like how it was down in Livonia, although we're not seeing homes mostly not on this road. We got some different residential neighborhoods off on both sides. Well, there's some homes off the road, but they got more like acreage compared to what we saw back in Livonia. Never mind. Now we're gonna have to stop for 11 Mile, but I guess not. So this is the 11 Mile here. It's one of the smaller mile roads just because there's not really a whole lot other than residential areas, and in fact, especially as you go west, even east too, like 11 Mile is not continuous at all. Because I've been filming some of the mile roads here in Metro Detroit. That is probably one mile road I will not be filming at all, just because there's a lack of continuity with the road, especially when you get to the western part of the Metro Detroit area. And we are approaching the interchange for I-696. Off to the left, that's Oakland Community College, one of the different campuses for the community college in Oakland County, and it's nice we have a green light here too. And they just finished the 696 reconstruction project over in the west end of the area. Now later this year they're going to be working on the areas going east of like Telegraph and Gloucester. Oh, this is horribly timed. It's like having to stop at this light, and I can almost guarantee I'll have to stop immediately at 12 Mile. So yeah, we'll have to, so just turn green and we'll have to stop this again like 5 seconds, just because, yeah, they don't time these lights very well. At least we don't have to stop for a very long time. Yeah, this looks terrible, but I think I'm hearing that they're planning to reconstruct this part of Orchard Lake Road, thankfully. And yeah, over to the left, that is the Holocaust Memorial Center for the Detroit area. Because there are a lot of Holocaust memorials and museums all throughout the United States, but that's the main one for the Metro Detroit area. So it's pretty interesting along this stretch of Orchard Lake Road, from like 12 Mile going all the way up to just almost to 14 Mile, you have a lot of really good like South Asian restaurants, even some Middle Eastern restaurants too. Like there's a lot of Indian, Pakistani, Syrian. I think there's even a Persian restaurant along in here too. I'm not going the other way. Looks like they got down to one lane right now. That's going to be really bad at rush hour. Okay, just passed up 13 Mile. Kind of interesting how there's just a random Taco Bell right there. So coming up here, we're about to get into what I like to call like the busiest stretch of Merriman / Orchard Lake Road, because coming up ahead we got a huge shopping center on both sides of 14 Mile Road. Because you got all the big box stores here. You got Five Below, you got Burlington, you got Marshall's, Home Goods, and Aldi. There used to be a Best Buy, but I think that closed down. They still got a sign for Bed Bath & Beyond, even though that's been long gone. You got TJ Maxx, you got DSW, there's a Buffalo Wild Wings, and there used to be, oh, there's also Old Navy, and there was a very cool arcade. It was called Marvelous Mechanical Museum, but they just shut down their long-running location. They're planning to move, I think, up to West Bloomfield or something, further up on Orchard Lake Road, sometime later this year. So yeah, this roundabout here for 14 Mile Road, this can be very busy, and it's supposed to be one of the most dangerous intersections in all of Metro Detroit. So it's like, yeah, you definitely want to be careful at that intersection. And right here, this is where M10 begins and ends. That's Northwestern Highway. And then eventually when you get down to 696, it turns into the Lodge Freeway. And over on the left side, you got more businesses. You got Kohl's, you got Dunham Sports, you got Whole Foods, a lot of stuff. And we got a lot of slow boats in this left lane, so we're gonna have to go around them. And then this is a nice boulevard over here too. Oh, there's even a Panera Bread. And then you got a Ferrari dealership off to the left. Of course, that's way out of my price range, but it'd be cool to drive one though. We've got a Tesla dealership up there. And on the right, see like Smash Burger, Peri Peri Place. Which, of course, Peri Peri, think like Peri Peri chicken. I think it's out of South Africa or Portugal or something. Not sure exactly which. Got a deli. Of course, you got Chipotle on the right. I guess I have to get back over to the left. It's going a little bit faster over here. And this is 15 Mile Road or Maple Road. This is another busy intersection because you got even more businesses over here, although not the big box stores, I would say. Yeah, I see like a Planet Fitness over there. There's even you got Shangri-La, which is a really good Chinese dim sum place. Which I think it's a second location because their main location's down in Detroit's Midtown. And now we're getting out of the big shopping area. Now we're getting back into more residential areas again. West Bloomfield Middle School. Yeah, I forgot to mention, once we cross over 14 Mile Road, we are now currently in West Bloomfield Township. Of course, West Bloomfield has a lot of different residences, too. Yeah. Approaching Orchard Lake, not Orchard Lake, we're on that. Approaching Walnut Lake Road. Yeah, I feel like they need to work on this stretch of Orchard Lake Road too. Although the part down like 13, 12 mile area, I feel like that area is worse. So in fact, I think they're they could work on that first and then eventually do this part. That doesn't mean you can still see some random bumps in the road. And to the right, that is West Bloomfield High School. For West Bloomfield schools, I think that's the main high school for the area too. I need some more water. My throat's drying out. Pretty much cross over the pedestrian trail here. We're now in Orchard Lake Village. And this traffic light here, this is Pontiac Trail. So Pontiac Trail, I remember filming, I think, a two-parter of the video. That'll take you all the way to Ann Arbor. And this is where Orchard Lake Road gets a little interesting because now we begin to start heading, or no longer going due north on this road anymore, because it starts to curve a little bit more to the northeast and then eventually almost due east till or near the very end of this. So we're here at Long Lake Road, and to the left that is Orchard Lake, as in the lake itself. And yeah, it's like, yeah, the lake is completely frozen right now. Like, it probably thawed a little bit in the past day or so is because of some warmer temperatures, but with this deep freeze, let's just say, and then even after that, I think it's still supposed to stay a little bit below freezing. So there's gonna be a bunch of people going ice fishing, which is a big contrast to last year. Because last year, it was probably the warmest winter we've ever had, to where I don't think people went ice fishing at all, at least not down here. If we would have made a left turn at that little road over there, which is Indian Trail, that takes over to St. Mary's, which is it's like a prep school. And yeah, this is a very interesting part of Orchard Lake Road because it's a 2-lane road and it winds around the lakes here. And yeah, this is another lake. This is Pine Lake. You can see a nice shanty out there, or like a tent for ice fishing. With how cold it's gonna get, don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. Yeah, even December was really cold here too, to where the lakes were freezing up in December, which that is a little uncommon. Because usually January is when everything really freezes on the lakes. But it was a little early this year. Although I think they did thaw a little bit because like Christmas Day and every day up to New Year's Day, it got very warm here. And we are now entering Keego Harbor. So Keego Harbor has a lot of different businesses right along here on Orchard Lake Road. And yeah, this is a really interesting road configuration here because it's like you have a center turn lane, but like this is still 1 lane, yet on the other side it's 2 lanes. So it's really weird how they did that. But yeah, you got a lot of different small businesses in here. And then, yeah, now over here, this is where we're now starting to head more in an easterly direction, but still going like, maybe like northeast. Yeah, I would say Keego Harbor and neighboring Sylvan Lake, yeah, they got small businesses, nothing, they don't have like the big chains or anything like that, or in terms of like department stores or anything like that. Ooh, just made that traffic light. Yeah, that's Cass Lake Road there. There used to be a really good Indonesian restaurant that was about a mile down the road, but unfortunately, they went out of business. There's a Leo's Coney Island, and I think, yeah, that used to be at Tim Hortons, but it closed down, I think, many years ago. Nothing has gone in there ever since. And it looks like things are opening up a little bit. Now we're getting an extra lane. CVS Pharmacy, also Comerica Bank on the opposite side. Oh, yeah, here's Middlebelt Road. I remember filming Middlebelt, I think a year or two ago. That was where I ended that video. And then over here you got some fast food restaurants, although they all closed down. It's like, there's just McDonald's and Taco Bell now. There used to be a Checkers, a KFC at one point. There was a Wendy's and a Burger King, but yeah, they've all closed down. Yeah, a lot of businesses have closed down on this road over here. And this is the little interchange with Telegraph Road or US 24. And we are now entering the city limits for Pontiac. Yeah, that light lasted a long time. Okay, there's one big department store over here. We got Home Depot on the left. Yeah, even having to stop here at this random traffic light here. Alright, never mind, it just turned green. Just in time, too. So for where we are right now, we only have like another couple miles or so left to go, because we'll be getting almost to like where downtown Pontiac is. This doesn't quite go into downtown Pontiac, but like just to the south of it. And over here, this is the Clinton River. A little small cemetery out to the left. Let me go ahead and get over. So we're going to have to stop at Voorhees Street here. Although I was only stopped for like 2 seconds. And this is about to become another boulevard, so definitely have a lot of these on this road. So we might be able to see couple of the skyscrapers for Pontiac in a little bit. Right now we got a bunch of trees in the way. Ooh, gotta watch out for some of these bumps or even potholes on the road here. Yeah, you can see a couple of the big buildings coming up ahead in Pontiac, because that's where downtown Pontiac is. So where we're going to be ending this video is going to be at Woodward Avenue, which of course Woodward Avenue goes all the way down to downtown Detroit, and it ends up in Pontiac. I do need to get back over. So after Woodward Avenue, this road becomes Auburn Road, and it continues due east going toward Rochester Hills, Auburn Hills, and then eventually to Utica. I'm not going to be filming that stretch. I might consider doing that at a later point, though. It would be a lot shorter video, but because I know this video has been going on for quite a while, so I'll probably get ready to wrap things up. But I'm going to go to the next traffic light up ahead, like after this. And yeah, downtown Pontiac is just off to the left. And we're about to go under the Phoenix Center, and I think I've been hearing things that they're going to be tearing this down here at some point. So it's probably good that I'm filming this right now anyway. And then after we get past this, we will be at the other part of Woodward Avenue, and this is where we're going to be concluding the video today. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video here on Merriman Road / Orchard Lake Road. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button. Don't forget to click that subscribe button so that way you don't miss out any future adventures. Well, thank you for watching, and this is Scott with the Scott Man signing out.